let's talk about our boy Kendrick Lamar. That's right, you guys. He will be releasing his new album, Mr. Morals and the Big Steppers. It will be coming out tomorrow. And actually, that will be today, because by the time you guys get this video, it's going to be Friday. But today is Thursday when I'm reporting this, and it's going to be released tomorrow. He released the cover art for the album, and it looks like it's him and his girlfriend and his 2 children. So we didn't even know that they had a second child, but I'm assuming that the baby that he is holding is the second child between the 2 of them. And in it, he's wearing like a crown of thorns, but he has like a gun tucked into his pants. Okay. And if you guys know anything about Kendrick Lamar, you know he's very intentional on the things that he does. It's all very symbolic in the things that he says. So, oh, that's the Amazon man. So, you know, all of these things mean something. This is his final album for TDE, Top Dog Entertainment. He has been working with them for years. I think they said 17 years. And now, like everything else, all good things must come to an end. They are breaking up amicably, so there aren't any issues. It's just time for him to do something else. But he was committed to this 5th album, and now this is what he is giving us. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Okay. Now, he just released the video. The new song is called The Heart Part 5. This is part of this is the 5th part of every time he releases an album, he releases a song of the heart. And he's been doing it, consistently with each album that he's put out. This 5th one is called The Heart Part 5. And in it, they use deep fake technology to transform his face into different, I would say, black men that have had some sort of effect on the black culture today. Okay. And so if you've seen the video, which is just genius, he is rapping over I Want You, the Marvin Gaye song. And he's just has a burgundy background, and he is just rapping kind of looking off of the camera. But every time that he looks directly in the camera, then you can be sure that his face is about to transform into somebody else. Now, in this video, it transforms to Kanye West. He transforms to Jussie Smollett. He transforms into O.J. Simpson. He transforms into Will Smith, Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle. And it is just it's one of those videos that just suck you in, because the creativity that comes with that, it's not like we've seen these things, in social media, and it's probably where they got the idea from. But you guys know that there are certain apps where you can kind of put your face on somebody else, and it's, we get all tripped out because we know that that's not what's going on there. So, they took that concept and ran with it. But the song is deep, okay? It's basically talking about, I guess, the struggles that the black community still suffer from, and how these particular black men that he has in the video, it kind of talks about what they have been through in a general term. So not necessarily just them, but just, as a whole. And also suggests that maybe we should change the way black culture is thought about and talked about, when it comes to talking about black people, just sort of changing the narrative and the way that people think about black people. Now, this is just skimming off of the top. It's way deeper than that. You guys can actually go. Complex Magazine they always do a good job of really breaking down these things. So they actually have an article that actually goes into all of the things that he says, what they mean or what they believe that he meant when he did it. And it's a good read. But if I sat here and tried to explain all of that to you guys today, Charlie, we'd be here a long ass time. Go over to Complex and read that video breakdown. But yeah, you guys, I'm always so proud of K. Dot, because he be gone, and when he gone, he gone. We don't see him, we don't hear him, nothing. But when he comes back, it's always worth the wait, is sometimes motherfuckers need to go away for a while so that we can miss you, and when you come back we appreciate you that much more. But when you just always in our face, child, and then you come up with some old boo-boo shit that don't nobody want to hear, it's just sort of like, this is what we was waiting on. You know, that's why people are still so excited for Beyonce's new album, you know, excited for Riri's new album whenever those are going to come, because even though we still see Riri, but we don't see her like in the music scene. She's doing her handling her business and now just trying to have her baby. But Beyonce is the same. Like, and you know, when you get to a certain stature, a certain status in your career, you don't even have to be out there no more. You know, it must be wonderful to be able to just kind of go away until you're ready. So that's what's happening there. The album comes out tomorrow. I will definitely be listening to it. And congratulations to Kendrick Lamar on his 5th album, TDE. You know, I'm sure they'll hate that they're going to lose him, but like I said, everybody seems to be okay. You know, that was sort of like a family effort, not family, but you know, they've been working together for many, many years. So it's just good to know that everything worked out. But yeah, you guys, tomorrow, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Will you be listening? All right, you guys, I don't even know if I should be reporting this because it's still something that is up in the air. I don't even know if the shit is true or not, but I'm just going to tell you. So apparently yesterday, the news had dropped that Meg the Stallion, her doctor's report said that she was treated for stepping on glass. Okay. And, it was not any bullet fragments there. Now, there's a report that's going around. Like I said, I cannot confirm if that is a legitimate report. But supposedly, this is the doctor that actually did the treatment the night that she was brought to the hospital. The report that we found out about, supposedly, allegedly, was given by a doctor who did not perform her treatment that night. Okay, supposedly the report that came out where they said she did have bullets, you know, in her feet and that there were fragments still there and everything. Supposedly that wasn't the doctor, and they were just kind of speaking in general terms. That doesn't make sense to me because the doctor that does the treatment is the one that's supposed to write up everything. So I can't tell you if that's true or not. Doesn't sound true to me. Because now all of a sudden it's glass. But what makes everything so hazy is the fact that they can't find these bullet fragments, the ones that they did pull out of her feet. That evidence is missing. Okay. So that's why it always leaves room for people to just not really believe it, because where are the fucking bullet fragments? Like, what, you know? So this is just one of them other things where, you know, the speculation just makes this case so confusing. I've always kind of maintained that don't really nobody remember nothing. But yeah, this has gone on so long. I'm just tired of it. And I just kind of just want to see what's going to happen. And whatever is going to happen, can we get on with it so that everybody can move on with their fucking lives, you guys? But that's the newest story going around. They're saying that the blogs, because the blogs weren't really talking about it yesterday. They're saying that the whole situation with Gunna and Young Thug has taken the attention off of the case. But, you know, I mean, we can multitask. We can think about Young Thug and Gunna, and we can still think about Meg and Tory as well. So, the blogs are staying away from it. And a lot of the times now, the bigger blogs, the more responsible, you know, and I use that term loosely, but you know what I mean? The ones that got enough to lose, like if they can get sued and lose some fucking money. Now they tend to shy away from putting out the story until we start hearing it like in an official term. So yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound true to me, this whole glass situation, but the whole thing sounds crazy to me. Okay, the whole shit is fucked up, and I don't know what to believe. And you hear one story one day and it's another story the next. So y'all take with that whatever you want with it. You know, do with that information whatever you will. If you believe it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. How about we just leave it to the courts and let the motherfuckers come back with the verdict, and then we can go from there? How about that? Okay, how about we just wait and see? That's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm on right now. But anyway, y'all let me know if you heard that story. Is it a doctored report? Because that's what I've heard, that the reports have been doctored. I don't know. Y'all let me know. All right, you guys, next story up. Rest in peace to Jewell Caples. You guys remember her as Jewell from Death Row Records. She was one of the voices, the infamous voices that would sing on the hooks. If it wasn't Nate Dogg, Danny Boy, then it was Jewell. You guys remember? I don't know. Long Beach, yeah. Compton, yeah. Death Row is in the house, yeah. Yeah, you guys, I mean, she's probably most known for that riff, you know, in those songs. But and then remember, she redid Woman to Woman. Have you ever been in love? Then you know how I feel. And Woman to Woman. Anyway, you guys, I was surprised to hear that she had died. I knew that she was around my age, and Lord help us. I mean, my age, it's not time for us to be dying, but apparently she was hospitalized back in March. She had posted on her social media that the doctors had found 8 pounds of fluid on her heart, on her lungs, and on her legs, that she was supposed to be airlifted somewhere else, but God reversed her ailments and she was able to go home. But apparently she had been sick for some time. She actually did a YouTube video with the Art of Dialogue, I believe is the name of the YouTube channel. She did an interview with this person some time ago and had instructed him to not release this part of the interview until after she had died. But apparently she had been diagnosed with an illness back in 2000. Did she say 2018? I feel like I'm saying 2018 so much today. But I think that was the year that she said that she was diagnosed with, I don't know what the health problem was, but she needed a double lung, what is it, the word? I want to say replacement, but it's not replacement. But you guys know what I'm saying. She needed a double lung. Anyway, her lungs were damaged. She needed 2 new lungs. And so I'm not quite sure exactly what the issue was, but this fluid on her heart and her lungs and everything, it sounds like some sort of like congestive heart failure or something. I'm not quite sure what. But in the interview, she's talking about the doctors had told her back in 2018 she had 6 months to live. She did not tell her family because she didn't want to upset them. So while they were there listening to her interview with this person, you know, they were all upset then, but she was grateful to God because this was some years later. She obviously was still alive, had lived past the 6 months. And even though she knew that she was still going to die eventually, I think she had like a kind of like a new lease, a new look on things, and that she wanted to, in the time that she still had left here on the earth, you know, she wanted to turn things around. She said she didn't want to sing the same kind of songs that she sang in the past. Well, I mean, you know, we were young back then. She was like, it was fun, and that was definitely a time, an era, but you know, we 50 some years old. She can't be singing that same kind of music, and she doesn't even have the desire to sing that same kind of music. I think she was leaning more towards faith-based music. And she was, you know, she was trying to launch a comeback, but apparently that comeback never was able to come fully into fruition, and that she has died. So I was sad for her. While I was looking up this, you know, just trying to get some information on this story, I was looking at all the old pictures, and you know, she had such a distinctive voice. And it was such a mature voice. Like when you saw her face, and she was always a very pretty girl. But when you saw her face and then you heard her voice, like they didn't even really match, you know? But like I said, just iconic to death row. And, you know, if you lived on the West Coast, if you're from LA, like, you know, this is really just sad. It's a blow and it's a loss for the community. And yeah, 53 years old, you guys. 53 years old. I'm not sure if she had any kids. I want to say that she did have kids, because in that interview, she mentioned, like, you know, the kids don't know about this, or she mentioned something where I thought that she was talking about her children, but I have looked online and I haven't been able to confirm 100% that she's had children. But if she did, she leaves those children behind, a host of other family and friends. So many celebrities have spoken out and just, you know, said what her impact was on the culture and, you know, how much she will be missed. She was 53 years old. Rest in peace to Jewell. I was gonna really get on here and talk about Jesse Williams, but you guys got me feeling bad about, you know, talking about this man and the fact that, you know, he was put out there virally and, you know, against his wishes, and you know how that's considered sexual harassment. And damn it, I don't want to be a part of the whole sexual harassment thing, but what I will say is, oh, that's noise, right? Now, y'all know I'm not all, you know, I like the idea of the ding. You know, I've told you guys that I like to see the imprint, like when they wear their sweatpants and everything. And so like when I just see like a fully naked ding, it don't really do much for me, because I'm just sort of like, well, it's a dick. I mean, you know, but just when you see it in the imprint, you know, it's a different feel. It's like you ain't supposed to be seeing it like that. So, I mean, I saw the video. Somebody did send it to me. It was all over Twitter, so it wasn't that hard to miss. But, you know, I saw it and I was like, oh, my goodness. Okay. And then I was like, what is this? And it turns out that it's from a play. So he's in a Broadway play at the time. It's called Take Me Out. And it's about a Major League Baseball player who comes out of the closet at the height of his career and the problems that come with him coming out of the closet. Okay. And Jesse Williams plays the lead. Actually, he was just nominated for a Tommy. That's the nigga version. He was nominated for a Tony Award. Apparently, it's at the Second Stage's Hayes Theater, and they have a policy where when you come in, you put your phone in this lock bag. I guess you can keep the bag with you, but the bag is locked until after the performance, and then they unlock the bag and you have access to your phone and you go on about your business. Not quite sure what happened. We're not sure if somebody snuck another phone in there, because I'm sure they ain't doing cavity searches and shit. So we're not sure if they snuck another phone in there, or if the person that ended up capturing the video had one of the employees unlock their bag like an emergency, like, I need to get to my phone, can you unlock this? And then maybe they never locked it back into the into the bag. We don't know how it came about, but somebody recorded it. And yeah, they put it on social media, you know? And the responsible part of me realizes that he has family and all of that. And, you know, if it wasn't intended for them to see, if they've taken all of these measurements to make sure that, you know, that he's in this play, but it's not being recorded and it won't be put on social media, you know, then I can appreciate, then yes, that would probably be a problem. But the other part of me was like, I mean, if you was gonna be a part of a viral video that went out, at least that shit didn't make you look bad. Child, it was really nice, you know. And in the video, it's all swinging all around, and you know, he's running around. I mean, he's very comfortable on the stage. You would never know that he said that he was really afraid to do the role at first, you know, but that he finally got over it, because he was just like, it's a body, I'm a boy, like, you know that I have these parts, so now you just get to see them. And that's kind of how I feel about it too. It's just like, yeah, I mean, but still, y'all. So I mean, it is a good problem. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it's a good problem to have, but Yeah, you guys. So I don't know really how Jesse Williams feels about it. I don't know if we've gotten any response from him since this all happened, because when he was on Watch What Happens Live, I think this was before the viral video came out, but I honestly was wondering how they thought somebody like Jesse, first of all, this is Jesse Williams, okay? So he's a known actor, all right, already in his own right. He was considered a heartthrob on Grey's Anatomy. He is now on a Broadway play where he is fully naked. Did you not think that somebody was going to want to record that or take a picture and put it out there? Like, there's too many things involved here that was tempting people to just go out and, so I was just like, I don't know how they thought, short of taking everybody's phone. And even then, like I said, somebody could sneak some shit in there. I don't know how they thought it wasn't going to get out. I think that they was just kind of going on the whole, I hope everybody's going to be respectful of the stage and the wishes of the actors there and all that. But, it's always going to be somebody that was just like, oh, shit, I'm about to record this. I'm about to put this out. So now Second Stage said they're hiring more employees to make sure that they watch that nobody is recording, and that that this is considered sexual harassment. Recording somebody against their will, definitely when they're naked, is against the law, and that, that they possibly would be looking into some legal, legal ramifications for it. Now I don't know, you probably can't find it anymore because they said that they were making it a point to sweep the internet of all these images. But, some people probably did record it and have it on their phones and everything. So, once it's out there, it's not really easy to get rid of. But yeah, you guys, I just was looking though. I was like, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Y'all, I ain't got nothing else to say about it, but y'all let me know what you think. Did y'all feel bad for him? I mean, it is kind of fucked up. I wouldn't want that to happen. But like I said, he is Jesse Williams, heartthrob, on Broadway, fully naked. It was bound to get out. Now that we got it out, it's out our systems. Now he could just go on and let it swing in his on the stage and go on about his business, y'all. But yeah, it was definitely something to see. Next story up, you guys. So it seems that your boy YungJoc got himself caught up the other day and was arrested in Atlanta. And transported to Gwinnett County, where he was booked for child endangerment. I was surprised to hear it, considering that he's always seemed like he's been very involved in his children's lives. You guys know that he has 8 children with 4 different baby mamas. But apparently YungJoc, okay, mama named him JCL Robinson. Apparently one of the baby mamas in particular, he has been giving $4,000 to $5,000 a month, in child support to her, to make sure that his child is taken care of. This was the amount that they had agreed on. This was more than the amount that they had kind of agreed on, but he had made it a point to make sure that he gave her some extra money because he ain't want no smoke, he ain't want no problems. At least this is the story that he told us on his morning radio show, The Streets Morning Takeover, I think is the name of the show. But anyway, he said that he had been giving her extra money. Of course, she's not going to complain about extra money. But then when he had some extra expenses come up, and his wedding was coming up in November of last year, he told the baby mama that he's going to have to kind of not give her as much because he's got some other things that he needs to take care of. Well, of course, she was not happy about that. So he tried to drop it down to $1,500, just to make sure that she had enough to take care of the kids. And well, she didn't like that. So she and her lawyer, they pressed the charges and filed for child endangerment. Okay, so now while he is driving in Atlanta and minding his business, he's pulled over by the police. He said the police was like, yep, that's him. Okay, asked him to get out the car. He don't even really know what's going on because he had no idea that there was a warrant out for him. But they said that, you might have a warrant out for your arrest. And when they took him in, that's when he found out that he had a charge for child endangerment. Okay, now, I'm sorry, child abandonment. Have I been saying endangerment this whole time? If I have, it's not endangerment. It's an abandonment, like he's been gone. And he said, I clearly haven't been gone. I just wasn't giving the mother as much money. However, he had already gotten back to giving the mom the money that he had been giving her. And they had already resolved this. But in the books, that shit still said child abandonment. So they done went on about their life. Everybody happy and everything again. He done got married, and now he's giving her $4,000 to $5,000 a month again. And then he get arrested for child abandonment. I was just like, I would have been so pissed at my baby mama for like, you really went and filed charges when I told you that I was just needing to pull back for a month or two so I can pay my other shit, and you actually went and pressed charges when I've been giving you fucking extra money all this time? That's why it's good to have something written. You know, you have to have a written contract. When you start doing things verbally, you know, I mean, yes, in a perfect world, it would work well. People would trust what you say and do what you're supposed to do when you say you're going to do it. But, you know, so if you're going to be wanting to give extra money, write that shit out on the contract. This is what I'm obligated to give you. This is what I'm saying I'm giving you. And then if I choose to give you an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month, then that's on me. You can't go filing no fucking abandonment charges if I don't happen to give you fucking $4,000 that month, you know? But I know how sis was feeling. She was like, $1,500? Fuck I'm supposed to do with that? Hell, these kids want these video games and these tennis shoes, honey. They'd have had 3 things up under that Christmas tree by the time you go through that $1,500. So, I mean, I guess, but yeah, that's where the abandonment came from. Now, which baby mama y'all think it is? We done met all the baby mamas, ain't we? Didn't he used to have them on the show? Yeah, I think we have met all the baby mamas. Which one you think it was? You think it was the one with the twins? I always thought that was the one that he was going to get back together with. But anyway, YungJoc is out and free now. Y'all ain't got to worry. And then lastly, at least I think that this is my lastly, because my iPad has gone dead. Okay? But congratulations are in order to Carlos King and Todd Tucker, the executive producers for the Encore. BET presents the Encore. You guys remember the show that had the twins, had Nivea, had Pam from Total, had old girls from 702. Y'all remember that show. Okay, actually we loved that show. Well, you guys will be happy to hear that that show will be returning to BET for a season 2. Very, very, very good. I'm looking forward to seeing a season 2. They have not said who, if any of them, will be back from the first season. I mean, it kind of feels like the first season, the chapter was closed, you know, and that it's time to bring on new talent, you know, new old talent anyway, and let the next group come through. But I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I would like to kind of see the girls come back and just, you know, see what drama can come. But I don't think that that's what really the concept of the show. But Todd Tucker was on, I think he was on The Breakfast. He was at The Breakfast Club, and he did confirm that season 2 it's definitely been greenlit, and that we will be getting a season 2 next. Who do you guys think would be good for a season 2? Because I know there were a whole bunch of names thrown around. I know Carlos King said originally he had these other people. Some of them were still on the show this time around, but originally, when he originally had the idea, he had some other people, like he had Dawn from In Vogue in there, and he had somebody, I almost want to say, from the Pussycat Dolls, and, you know, so we'll see if they have other people. But yeah, you guys let me know if there's anybody else that you think would be good for the show, and then that's going to give BET the time of day to do it. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I really hope that that's the end of my stories, because I can't keep stopping, and I got to get back to work, y'all. I got to be in a meeting soon and everything. So anyway, you guys, remember, we do this every single week except for next week. We ain't doing it next week, okay? But the following week, we will have done it again, okay? Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars, bye.